Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my 2025 College Football Week 11 player props. Absolutely love the picks we have for this week. 9 player props. I don't have any best bets for you this week, but I'm rolling these picks out a little later than normal. Had a lot going on this week with college football, college basketball's in full swing, and then the NBA, of course. So there's a lot going on, NFL football. So you got 4 sports that you're getting shows from. So college football kind of took a little bit longer, but it did allow me to spend more time in the lab. It allowed more lines to show up. So as the week goes on, there's more picks to be made. And I'm glad I kind of waited because 2 of those picks that weren't on the board is currently on the board and absolutely love those picks. So I think I was able to narrow it down and get a little better picks by waiting a little bit longer. We're going to go ahead and get to how we did last week. Remind you guys, every pick I make, I bet myself. So we had a really good week last week. We went 6-2 on our player props. Carson Beck cashed, CJ Carr cashed, uh, Drones and Jackson both lost. Zachariah Branch cashed, Avery Johnson cashed, Jeremiah Smith cashed, and then Katron Allen was an easy cash. So 6-8 last week. It was a really good week. We're looking to have a similar week this week, but hopefully just a straight up sweep. Look at overall. We have our best bets there, but I don't have any in this show. But 61 for 41, that's 60%. That's over our 58% rate of profitable markets. So what you need is over 58%. We got over 58%, so we are profitable for the year. I want to continue this roll with our 9 player props today. And the first player prop is going to be DJ Lagway of Florida. Average passing yards 204, projected passing yards 235. Kentucky has a third worst defense versus the pass in the SEC. So you're dealing with a team that's not very good versus the pass. Lagway has done pretty good against teams that aren't good versus the pass. He did lose a lot of weapons, but I don't think it matters in this spot because he's going to have a lot of guys wide open. Look for Kentucky to try to stop the run as their number 1 goal and look for Lagway to be able to find guys downfield. Did not clear in the last game, had some bad breaks. I thought a reception was taken away from him that should have been. Look for the offense to open up a little bit more. These offensive coordinators are, playing for their coaching for their job. Along with Lagway, he's playing for next year. So I expect him to be a lot more efficient. Give me the over 224 passing yards for DJ Lagway. Next guy is Barrett Bachmeier, 262 pass plus rush yards is his average, and I got him at 249 for this game. He had 307 passing yards versus Iowa State, so that kind of just shows you what he can do with his arm. But, we know he's a dual threat quarterback. He's a 10-point underdog, although I don't think this is going to be an underdog game for him. Huge rushing upside. I like the way they use him. There's a lot of design runs for him. So he designed, carried the ball 15 total times in the last game. I see him getting anywhere from 10 plus design carries. Martin is questionable, who's their, leading rusher. So that's going to be even more opportunity for Bear Bachmeier. I like him over 240 pass plus rush yards. Next guy is Marcel Reed of Texas A&M. We went with Marcel Reed a lot this year, and for good reason. And now Missouri's uh, allowing only 90 yards on the ground, so they're going to be forcing Marcel Reed to throw the football, which brings me to a note that I have on the sheet right here: over in 5 of 6 games that he has more than 25 pass attempts. So when he gets up and over that 25 pass attempts, he's almost golden in this number. And then I think that's going to happen because Missouri, they are good against the pass, but they're a little better versus the run. I'm looking for him to kind of use these really, really good receivers around him. Those guys can really connect. A couple long passes, he's got some explosive receivers. Gets the ball in their hands, they kind of take off. Reuben Owens is a really good receiving back at the backfield as well. Give me the over 227 passing yards for Marcel Reed. Next guy is Malik Washington of Maryland, 245 average. I got him projected at 269. Rutgers is ranked 116th in the country versus the pass. So not a very good team versus the pass here. They're giving up all kind of passing yards, 262 passing yards for the season. So, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. They're second to last in the Big Ten. That's Rutgers. He's cleared this number in his first four games, but cooled off of late. Rutgers has a good offense, so I think it's going to be a back and forth. They're going to force Malik Washington to make plays as well. So with that being said, I like it's over 254.5 passing yards for Malik Washington in this shootout. Next guy is Jeremiah Love. Going with Jeremiah Love this season has shown a great explosion, has become a true number one back, and he averaged 20 carries in his last two games. You see, his average is 140. I got him projected at 153. This guy's a guy that can take over a game, and I think they're going to need him to. Playing against a very good Navy team who is undefeated currently and they do really good versus the pass and not so, great versus the run. Look for a lot of opportunities for him with some check downs, maybe some screen passes. Like I said, been over in the last two games. I do see, him getting a lot of opportunities in the pass game as well. Look for them to use him, get 25 plus touches in this game. Give me the over 140 rush plus receiving yards for Jeremiah Love. Next guy is Dante Moore. Average passing yards 222, projected passing yards 215, completing passes at 72% for the season. So this guy is a very efficient passer. Um, I think that's very important when you talk about pass completion rate. Now, it's not a great matchup going against this Iowa team who we know plays slow, wants to run the ball, but at the same time, this number is entirely too low for Dante Moore. See, his average is 222. I think that he gets over this. He's been over this line in 5 out of 8 games. It looks like this game he's going to have to throw the ball more. I think they want to open up the offense a little bit more than they did last week. So give me the over 204 passing yards for Dante Moore. Next guy is Jeremiah Smith. Averaging receiving yards is 90. I got him projected at 94. Purdue defense is horrible versus the pass. This team has struggled this season versus the pass, and I don't see any change in it. That's a good matchup. Purdue is allowing the fourth to last in the Big Ten versus stopping the pass, giving up 221 passing yards a game. This guy's averaging 9 targets and 7 receptions. I do like his usage rate. Type of guy is going to catch the ball. And Sayin is really throwing the ball well now. Really playing with a lot of confidence. He's going to go to this number one receiver. Jeremiah Smith's going to get a lot of opportunities. Give me his over 85.5 receiving yards for Jeremiah Smith. Next, we have Carson Beck here. Going with Carson Beck because a lot of reasons. Syracuse is allowing 255 yards passing a game. And so a very bad defense in the secondary of Syracuse. He also cashed his over last week against a bad SMU team throwing for 274. I think the Syracuse defense is just as bad or maybe even worse. So I see him continuing to go over this number. I think it's absolutely too low for him. A lot of things going on in Carson Beck's situation. Wants to finish strong, wants to show the NFL scouts what he has, because I definitely doesn't want this money to stop in college. So look for him to try to, try to speed it up, do a little bit more. And then Miami's not completely out of it. So give me the over 240 passing yards for Carson Beck. Next and last pick is Jeremiah Cobb of Auburn. Rush receiving yards 102, rush receiving yards 94. A lot of volume in recent weeks. So you see him getting a lot of opportunities in the recent weeks, averaging 24 touches since week 8. Once again, another guy's going to get some check downs, use him in the screen game because the offense is looking really bad. I think they need to find a way to try to get more offense, and I think Cobb is one of those guys. He can break off a big run, get to this number rather quickly. I do see them using more zone reads with their type of quarterback they have. I absolutely love this over 88.5 rush plus receiving yards. If he keeps the same volume he has, it's going to be easy cash. Now for the recap, DJ Lagway over 224.5 passing yards, Bear Bachmeier over 240 pass plus rush yards, Marcel Reed over 227 passing yards. Malik Washington over 254.5 passing yards. Jeremiah Love over 140 rush plus receiving yards. Dante Moore over 205 passing yards. Jeremiah Smith over 85 receiving yards. Carson Beck over 240 passing yards. And Jeremiah Cobb over 88.5 rush plus receiving yards. If you appreciate this show, go ahead and hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel. Check out the NBA show that will be coming. Also college basketball shows. I'll put them all in the comments section once I get those made. But I absolutely love the picks today. Hopefully we continue this momentum into week 11. And like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.